Hello and welcome to my legal expert video blog. Yesterday, 6th of October, law the Mais habitação came into force. The package includes legislative changes in terms of rental, local accommodation, vacant properties and taxes, which will have an impact if you planning to live or invest in Portugal. In this video, we will briefly present the main measures of the package, starting with one of the most mentioned internationally, the end of residence permits for investment purpose, better known as the Golden Visa Program. New requests for residence visas for investment activities will not be accepted, but this won't affect the possibility to renewing authorizations already granted. Second one, new limitation on increasing the rental for new contracts. The value of the initial rent on new contracts for houses that have been on the rental market in the last 5 years can exceed a rise of 2% compared to pre-sale rent. 3. Reduction from 28 to 25% of the areas. 4. Forced lease for empty houses. This applies to houses that have been empty for more than 2 years and located outside the interior regions of the country. Owners have 90 days to respond after being notified to renovate the property or start living there. However, holiday homes, as well as those of people displaced for professional, health, or training reasons, will not be considered for this purpose. 5. Capital gains resulting from the sale of the properties to the state or municipalities are exempt from IRS, except those earned by residents on the list of the territories and countries that Portugal classifies as tax havens, or those resulting from sales via the exercise of the right of preference. Also, tax benefits for urban rehabilitation and investment funds. However, a reduction in the taxation of real estate investment funds and real estate investment companies is expected when at least 75% of their assets are real estate allocated to the housing, rental, and costs. Extraordinary contribution on local accommodation. Local accommodation will start paying an extraordinary contribution whose tax was based in constituted by the application of an economic coefficient. The rate applicable to this tax base is 15% and can't be deductible when determining the taxable income in ERC. The rate does not apply to rural and low-density houses areas. Expiry and review local accommodation registration. Holders of LL registration must provide proof of continued activity within 2 months of the new law coming into force. In case of non-compliance, the registration will be cancelled by decision of the President of the Territorial Competent Municipal Council. Local accommodation and their own and permanent housing whose operation does not exceed 120 days per year will not be subject of registration. Suspension of the new local accommodation licenses. So you will not be able anymore to ask the new license. 12. Incentive to move houses to rent. Owners who remove their houses from local accommodation by the end of 2024 and make them available for the long-term rental will be exempt from ERS and ERC on the rents until the end of the 2029. Tenant and landlord office created, which will be responsible for all process of the special eviction procedure of the injunction in the matters of the rental. One more thing, state pays late rent after 3 months of the non-compliance. In this way, it will be up to the state to assess the tenant's situation and may proceed to collect the outstanding amounts using the means currently existing for the collection of other debts. In non-compliance due to lack of resources, the case is articulated with Social Security. Also, tax benefits for works on affordable houses. The government wants to increase the number of houses available for the rental program, and to this end, a value-added tax rate of 6% is foreseen for the construction or rehabilitation works of houses that are mainly allocated to this program. Also, the tenants can communicate the lease contract to the tax authorities. Tenants will now be able to communicate lease, sublease, promises, and respective change or termination contract to the tax authorities if the landlord does not do so. Also, exemptions of capital gains of the sale of properties to paying a loan. The program provides exemptions from the capital gains on the sale of family properties as long as the amount is indeed to pay the loan for the owner's or his descendants' own permanent home. This exemption covers properties sold between January 1st, 2022 and December 31, 2024. And the last one. 115 million euros available for municipalities to carry out coercive work. Embarking on a journey to buy, rent, or live in house in Portugal is an exciting adventure, and our team of experts is here to ensure it's successful. We specialize in all aspects of the housing process, providing you with the full support, whether you are purchasing a new home, finding the perfect rental, or setting into Portuguese life. We ensure you to navigate through the process with ease and confidence. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.